The history of the Slim Reaper and his secret internet life started way back in 2017 when he forgot to switch his accounts while defending his move to the Golden State Warriors. He famously said that he did not like playing for the coach in Oklahoma City and that he could not win a championship with those cats on the roster. That account was called Choirs98, and it changed the way we look at superstars forever. But it gets even crazier because now, in 2026, a new account named Get Higher 77 is surfacing with screenshots that look very familiar. This new account is trashing the young stars in Houston like Alperen Şengün and Jabari Smith Jr. by saying they cannot shoot or defend at a high level. Even though Durant was fined $50,000 in the past for mean messages to an actor named Michael Rappaport, he still seems to be stuck in his old ways. When the media asked him about these new 2026 leaks, he gave a strange answer that did not actually deny anything at all. He just said that he would not talk about internet nonsense and that his teammates know the truth. This is happening while the Rockets are sitting at 4th place in the Western Conference with a great record of 33 wins and 20 losses. Some people think these leaks are fake and designed to hurt his new business investments in drone technology, but the shadow of his past burner accounts makes everyone believe the worst. But you need to hear why fans are calling this the most pathetic move in sports history. Many fans across the internet are calling this the ultimate sign of insecurity for a man who has already won everything. They cannot believe that a top 75 player of all time cares so much about what random people on Twitter think about his game. It seems like he spends his free time searching for his own name just to see if people are being mean to him. But listen to this, because the psychology behind it is actually much deeper than a simple ego trip. These fans argue that despite his 2 rings and his many scoring titles, he still feels like he is not respected as much as the other legends. He wants to control the story of his life so badly that he creates fake people to agree with him in the middle of the night. It is a strange cycle where he wins on the court but loses the battle for his own reputation every single day. This insecurity makes him look small to the public because a true king should not have to tell people he is a king. They see a man who is worth hundreds of millions of dollars but still acts like a teenager who got his feelings hurt in a group chat. But the snake narrative is getting even darker than it was when he left his first team. The snake nickname has returned with a massive vengeance because trashing your own teammates is seen as the ultimate betrayal in the locker room. People remember how he left the Thunder and the Warriors and the Nets and the Suns, but this Houston situation feels different. If these messages are real, it means he is smiling at these young players in the gym while calling them bums on the internet. But it gets even crazier when you look at how much these young guys looked up to him as a mentor. Jabari Smith Jr. was just a newcomer when he started watching Durant highlights, and now he might be getting roasted by his idol in secret. This kind of snake energy creates a toxic environment where nobody knows who they can actually trust. Fans are saying that he never changes his spots, and he will always be the guy who looks out for himself above everyone else. He wants the credit when they win, but he wants to blame the young cats the moment things start to go wrong. This is why the nickname has stuck for over a decade, because he keeps giving people reasons to use it. But hold on, because some people think this makes him the most relatable person in the league. There is a loud group of fans who think Kevin Durant is actually the realest hooper to ever step on the floor. They love that he does not have a professional public relations team running his social media like a robot. He is a human being who loves basketball so much that he wants to talk about it with everyone, even if it means getting messy. But listen to this, because his supporters say he is just doing what all of us would do if we were famous. He sees a bad take on the internet and he cannot help but correct the person because he knows the game better than anyone. They think it is refreshing to see a superstar who is not afraid to get his hands dirty in the comment section. To them, he is not a snake, but a man who is simply too honest for his own good. He does not hide behind a fake image of perfection like some of the other stars in the NBA. If he thinks a player is playing poorly, he is going to say it because he expects greatness from everyone around him. This perspective makes him a folk hero to the basketball junkies who live for the drama and the pure love of the game. But that doesn't change the fact that his reputation as a teammate is taking a massive hit. Critics are now screaming that Kevin Durant is a bad teammate who can never be satisfied no matter where he goes. They point to his history of jumping from team to team the moment things get difficult or the media starts to turn on him. He joined a championship team in Oakland and then got upset when people said it was Steph Curry's team. He went to Brooklyn to build his own thing with Kyrie Irving, and that turned into a total disaster. Now he is in Houston and he is allegedly trashing the very players he is supposed to be leading. But it gets even crazier because his teammates have to go out and play with him while knowing he might hate their game. This creates a massive wedge in the locker room that coaches cannot easily fix. A leader is supposed to pull people up, but these leaks suggest he is pushing them down to make himself look better. It is the same pattern of behavior that has followed him since he left Oklahoma City. He wants a perfect situation where he gets all the praise and none of the blame. But you won't believe how people are reacting to his age during this latest drama. The most common joke on social media right now is that Kevin Durant is way too old to be acting like this. He is 37 years old and has been in the league for nearly 20 years. Fans are saying he should be a wise elder who mentors the first-year player and the newcomer instead of fighting with them on apps. It is one thing for a 20-year-old to have a burner account, but it is another thing for a man pushing 40. But listen to this, because the old man screaming at clouds meme has officially become his new identity. People are wondering when he will finally grow up and realize that his legacy is already set in stone. He does not need to defend his career to a random person with 2 followers who lives in their parents' basement. This behavior makes him look like he is stuck in the past and cannot move on from the mistakes he made years ago. The age factor makes the whole situation feel more sad than funny to a lot of longtime basketball fans. They want to remember him for his beautiful jump shot and not for his typing speed on a smartphone. But some people are actually starting to agree with what the burner account said about the old days. There is a growing movement of fans who are starting to say that Durant was actually right about his time in Oklahoma City. They look back at that 2016 roster and realize that outside of him and Russell Westbrook, the team really struggled to score. When he said he could not win with those cats, he might have been telling a hard truth that people were not ready to hear. But it gets even crazier when you look at how those players performed after he left. Many of them moved on to other teams and proved that they were not high-level starters on a championship contender. The burner account was just a very honest look at the frustration he felt while carrying a heavy load every single night. Even though the way he said it was wrong, the message itself might have been completely accurate. This gives him a bit of a pass in the eyes of some fans who value honesty over being polite. They think he was just being a truth teller who got caught in a moment of weakness. But the way he handled the newest 2026 allegations is making people suspicious all over again. The iconic non-denial from his latest press conference is being memed into oblivion by the entire NBA community. Instead of saying, "I do not have a burner account," he told the reporters that he was not going to give energy to internet rumors. This is exactly what he did back in 2017 before he finally admitted that the accounts belonged to him. But listen to this, because the fans know his tells better than he knows them himself. When he gets quiet and starts talking about the work and the game, it usually means he is hiding something. If the screenshots were fake, he could have easily laughed them off or proved they were edited. By staying silent and being moody, he is basically confirming that he was the one behind the @GetHigher77 handle. It is a classic move from his playbook where he tries to act like he is above the drama while he is actually the one who started it. This lack of a direct denial is the reason why this story is not going away anytime soon. But the real fire starts when you compare him to the other legends of his era. The comment sections are absolutely on fire with comparisons between Durant and stars like LeBron James or Steph Curry. Fans are pointing out that LeBron has been in the spotlight since he was 16 and has never been caught with a secret account. Steph Curry has a perfect family image and seems to ignore the haters completely while winning championships. But it gets even crazier because Durant has as much talent as both of them but lacks their mental toughness. People are saying that this is the reason why he will never be considered the greatest of all time. A true GOAT does not care what people say in the mentions of a sports blog. This comparison hurts his legacy more than any bad game or playoff loss ever could. It shows a lack of poise that the other greats simply do not have. While LeBron is building schools and Steph is changing the game, Durant is arguing with trolls about his field goal percentage. This divide in personality is what separates the legends from the icons in the eyes of the public. But the most dangerous part of this whole story is what it might do to the Rockets. The final and most serious take from the community is that this will be the locker room cancer that ruins a promising Houston season. The Rockets are playing great basketball right now, but a scandal like this can destroy team chemistry in a single day. Some fans are holding out hope that the screenshots are just high-level AI or Photoshop fakes designed to ruin his life. But listen to this, because even if they are fake, the damage is already done to the trust between him and the young players. If Alperen Şengün looks at Durant and sees a guy who thinks he is a bum, it will be impossible for them to play together. The locker room will split into groups and the winning streak will come to a crashing halt. Everyone is waiting to see if the team will hold a players-only meeting to clear the air. If they cannot move past this, the Rockets might have to trade him just to save their future. The 2026 season was supposed to be his comeback story, but it is turning into a nightmare. This drama is far from over, and the next few weeks will decide if he stays in Houston or moves to his sixth team. Is Kevin Durant's legacy officially ruined because he cannot stop trashing his own teammates on secret accounts, or is he just the only superstar who is honest enough to tell the truth? Does a burner account make you a snake, or does it just make you a human being who loves to argue?